Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells, episode 7 of 7 of the first semester of the bar class. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And this is time to mobilize hips with pliés and press those kettlebells. This is the ultimate challenge for that kettlebell today, working to 5 sets of 5 reps. If you're brand new to this practice, perhaps grab a lightweight. And if you're here for that 7th and final edition of the practice, let's get going with a foot warm-up first and very quickly on to those kettlebell skills. Take it away.
Excellent. Into your space here with a light balance aid at your side or standing in space. Let's take a leg, gently bending at the knee, keeping the bowl of punch hips level as we lift that leg up to about 90 degrees here. Our foot is lightly dangling towards the floor. We're going to keep our shin vertical and stationary as we just do a light ankle circle. Let's go about 3 in one direction. We're trying to move solely, switch directions at the ankle. Get it? Because the sole of your foot. And carve out nice full circles there. Now let's pause in that pointed foot and just lightly point the foot, shooting energy or lasers towards the floor. Now, could you keep the thigh bone stationary, but try to rotate the lower leg externally, and then try to rotate the lower leg internally. Let's try that one more time each way, rotating the shin bone externally, rotating the shin bone internally, bringing it back to center, slowly descending that leg down so it touches toe, ball, heel, and butt cheek pushes forward. Let's try the same thing on the other side. We'll bend the knee forward, keeping the standing leg hip forward. Flick the floor away as we bring the leg up, hips stay level, shin is vertical. Let's do 3 circles in each direction, trying to get the biggest circle you can. Toes can be lightly active, but let's try switch directions if you haven't already. Let's try to make this action happen at the ankle versus crazy toes kind of reaching all over the place. Then we'll finish this last circle ending in that pointed ballet foot. We'll try to keep the femur stationary as we rotate the shin bone open, and then we rotate the shin bone closed. As we feel that, we might feel our medial hamstring and then that lateral hamstring engage, and it's not a super big movement. You probably won't even be able to see it on the camera, but just attempt it. Slide the leg down, toe, ball, heel, hip extends. From here, let's march those feet a couple times. So we'll find about a bent foot, and then we'll go up to 2 points, and we'll come down on 1. Continue as allowed as you press double up, and then control the down, and double up, and control the down. And we'll finish this one with a double up. We'll try to find a light balance here with or without your hands as you're driving both legs evenly into the floor, keeping the hips forward, keeping the cage down, and then slowly descending. Once the heels land, let's bend the knees, sending the hips back, bending at the ankles and the knees as we press them towards over the toes. Then from here, could we do the same thing? So stay the same height, peel 1 heel up, then peel 2 heels up. 1 goes down, and then they come up. And the other one goes down, and then double up.
Quaddies burning.
And single down, and double up, and single down, and double up. We'll end here with that double up. Could you sink a little lower? And then find both heels towards the floor, and then gently press the hips forward, extending up to tall. Give that a little shake and wiggle. Let's make our way to the floor. Warm up our wrists so we can warm up our plank so we can get to our presses. Knees towards over toes. Heels will peel up. We'll slowly descend, and with or without those hands there, our knees will land softly on the floor. Yeah, we'll untuck the hips, point the toes out the back, and let's try to sit back on those feet as best as possible. We're making some calf progress as we go here. Extend the hips through, and then hands will find the floor. Spread them open nice and wide as you place them down through the palms, rotating the elbow pits and pulling the shoulders down. Now, instead of spending too much time just warming up those wrists with some forward and backwards actions, could we tuck those toes and get into our first just light bear hover? So pushing the floor forward and back, could you hover the knees just off the floor? Now, without moving, pull your hands towards your knees. Feel the tension in your core. Now pull your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right hip without moving, and feel the tension in your core. And then land softly on the floor. Push the floor away. Let's come back to that core hold in a minute after our split break.
Split break. So sitting tall on those sit bones. So if we know those cat and cow positions, let's make sure we have that anterior tip or a cow position in the hip. Then let's have the dorsiflex, feet out. So that means feet to shin. Kneecaps turned out from the hips, meaning externally rotated. And then from here at the head neck, rotate to look over a leg of your choice. Then rotate through the torso, and keeping our spine nice and long, let's just hinge towards that leg on the ground, and then press the heel in the floor to drive ourselves back up and return head to center. Let the torso follow. Repeating the other side. So at the head neck, rotate first, then turn through that torso and lengthen out, breathing, making room, avoid the collapsing or rounding shape, and then drive the heel into the ground to return to tall, head to finish in the middle, and then the torso. You might be able to create a little more wiggle room, and then from there, 2 repetitions through the middle. Again, extending the T-spine, meaning heart forward versus the crunching shape, and then easy on the off effort to return to tall. And just repeat one more time, and each time, does your body again give you that permission to get a little bit deeper, a little bit lower, but no matter how low you get, return back up with control. That'll reinforce that is a safe and strong position for you. We'll get into those hips a little bit more once we stand up on the bar. And until then, it's that plank core stuff with Lauren to get ready for these.
Let's rotate ourselves around and do one plank. We'll do our full extended plank position, either your push-up up or get up there like I did, like a Ninja Turtle spin. We'll tuck our toes, lift our hips, and we'll imagine that we're in our standing position. We're ready to press. So our kneecaps are pulled up, our butt cheeks are squeezed, our abs are braced. We have tension running through our body, running through our foundation so that we can press out of it. Hold, breathe underneath for 5, 4, tighten everything more, 2, 1, knees down. Hips extend. Tuck your toes. With or without your hands, rock yourself back over your toes. Find a nice landing on the heels, and then press yourself up to tall. Awesome.
Really quick, it's to that kettlebell, Lauren, I think, just to get used to those grip holds and prepare your body for, again, 5 sets of 5 coming up soon.
Okay. Now, there's been some chirping comments about my lack in ability to keep track of each set.
Yes, there has.
And it's entirely true. So today I am going to do it. I'm going to keep track. I'm going to count to 5. This set doesn't count. We're just holding it. Okay? -1 here. Hip hinge, grip bell, pull to the rack position, and hold. We have a vertical forearm. We have pinkies driving towards the ceiling. We're thinking about pressing that kettlebell. Wow, after 7 weeks of practice, this bell has just gotten so much lighter.
I believe so.
No, you've gotten stronger.
Ooh, I like that.
2 hands, bell goes down. Unless you change bells, then it got lighter. Same thing other side. Hip hinge, grip, pull to rack, feet rooted, kneecaps pulled up, butt cheeks squeezed, that plank-like tension, driving the bell towards the ceiling for 3, 2 hands, bell goes down. All right, just had to make sure I did have the right bell. And after a little bar time, we'll get to set number 1.
Awesome. So at the bar, use it as that balance aid because the pros do. And let's just right away turn out to that first position. Take a single leg to the front and from the hip, turn out. Return the turned out foot underneath and repeat on the other side. To the front, turn out from the hip and down. Perhaps a more modest first position or V-like stance, but maybe truer to what's going on in the hips. From here, let's take that outside leg and tendu or point to the front. And then keep the hips going forward as the heels connect. Let's just do the same thing to the side. When it's out to the side or the toes pointed, turned out from the hips so that inseam is forward. And again, tall again to return the leg underneath. Keep the leg straight. It's always that cue that I need to tell myself as I return the leg to the back, and then heel brushes forward, and then out to the side, trying to say return, and again, a little bit less this set here, but out to the side, and then back under. This time to the front again, and just off the floor. As we do continuous drills here, just that height is probably fair enough to start. We'll get up a little higher later, and then together. then out to the side and just off the ground, ensuring that Lauren's level bowls of punch are true, in fact, level. Then it's out the back, just off the floor here, and consider lifting with the bum cheek and not the low back. Return the heel together, and final time out to the side. This time returning foot off the floor and find that ankle balance and hold. Touch the bar. We could challenge ourselves by looking around that room a little bit, or even looking forward with closed eyes. And then, a little of announcer's jinx there, return with control, a little bit of a shake, and we'll switch sides and do the same thing then on the other side. It's that cross pattern, straight legs front, side, back and side, and then just off the floor, the same pattern. So we're in our first position, tendu or point forward, hips forward, leg return. Then to the side. Energize through those toes and return the heels together. Reach out the back, ensuring that hip of that moving leg stays forward, heel brushes forward, and then to the side and back under the hip. Return to the front, and this time just lift off the floor. The hip stays low and the leg lifts up just a little bit, and then return the heels together. And then out to the side, same effort, lift up. Is the leg lifting on the hip, or are we hiking the hip? Hopefully not. And then back down. To the back, find the midline. It's such a hard position to find, but straighten the knee and squeeze your bone with tension to educate that. Heels together, and final time to the side. Point those toes, and then find that ankle or coup de pied balance. The knee is pointing to the side. The hips are facing forward. Scan the room, close your eyes, and return with control. And I'm ready, Lauren, for what?
Set 1, everyone. Set number 1. We are aiming for 5 sets of 5. If that number is too many for you, maybe you alternate between 4s and 5s, 3s and 5s. You pick it. Let's keep track together. Set number 1, first side. Inhale to brace abs and up. 1, inhale down. Up. 2, inhale down. Up. 3. Up. 4, one more. Up. 5. Ooh,
Nice.
Great. Take a minute. Step off the mat. Shake it out. Adjust the wardrobe and get ready for second side. Here we go. Inhale to brace and 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Ooh, good. Down with control. Oh yeah, set 1 done. How about I say set 1 one more time so we remember?
Say it.
Set 1.
Set 1. And then we're back to the bar until set 2. So we found that honest position with the turned out hips. And now let's draw some hip circles. Take that tendu or straight leg to the front, and let's turn in just to feel that difference, and then turn out. With the turned out leg, take it to the side. Same effort, a turn in, and then a turn out. Maintain that turn out as we circle around to the back with the hips facing forward, and then heel brushes forward, finishing with the toes all the way back to that front position. Then hips go forward as the leg goes back, and then turn out from the hip, from the back to the side, and the side to the front, and then back underneath the hip. Same effort, just off the floor. Take it to the front. Let's turn in and turn out. Maintain that turn out to the side. Hips forward. Turn in, turn out. Maintain the turn out with that hip facing forward, and then just brush the floor all the way through to the front. It goes from off the floor to touching the floor to reaching out the back, off the floor by, again, just that little bit. We'll turn out to the side, turn out to the front, bring the toe, connecting the heel, and find that ankle balance again. I believe Lauren's going to stay on that flat foot, and for us, can we try to find that demi-point rise? I need to look forward here. Camera's just in the center of the room, not straight ahead, but holding on to the balance and down with control, and return to the 2 feet and shake. I'm trying to be graceful with those first arms, but they're probably looking more like eagle talons. I'm trying to hold on. So try to be graceful, but we know how hard those balances are as well. In the first, we'll take the leg to the front. We'll turn in, we'll turn out. Take it to the side. Same effort, a turn in, a turn out. Hips stay forward, leg travels towards the back, and then brush the heel forward, all the way to the front, off the floor, and then toe, ball, heel, right to the back, and turn out of the hip, to the side, to the front, toe, ball, heel, connects again. Now, I went off the floor, I think, a little bit too early. I'm sorry about that, but here we are off the floor again, and we'll go in and out, take it to the side, hips stay forward as we turn in, and then out, hips forward, reaching back, toe, ball, heel connect to the front, and then same thing out the back now, just off the floor, turn like a key in a lock to the side, from the side to the front, all the way back to that first position with straight legs, and then bend and pull. And a little bit better first arms here if we can, as we find that demi balance with our breath control, and then return to the floor, and a nice little present, perhaps a shake and a wiggle. And this is set number
2. So I am alternating my starting arm. Set number 2, I'm going to start with my non-dominant. You go ahead and choose to join me if you'd like. Here we go. 5 reps. Hits up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Park. Take a second. Remembering the checklist as you press for the next 5. Off arm has some tension on the up. Use your breath. Use your cheeks to help you push out of that strong foundation. Use your core. Here we go. Inhale to brace and 1. Inhale down. 2. 3. 4. 5. Whoa. Nice. Set 2 done.
Set 2 done. Keeping track. Returning to that turned out position. This time, it's like giving flowers and taking flowers. Even if it's not Valentine's Day, we'll still use that analogy here. So pull up from that first position
chocolate.
To the ankle. I did get chocolate, well, gave chocolate instead of
and did not take
flowers.
It back.
So we're going to give the chocolate and take that chocolate back and eat it, but then we'll present some chocolate and then return. Let's get away from that analogy, but let's go back up to that ankle, point to the side, return the straight leg under, reach a straight leg away, return it back to the ankle, toe ball heel land. It's the same thing to the back, and we'll stretch, pull back straight leg, reach the straight leg back, and pull. Let's repeat that one more time to the side as we pull up to the ankle and a point, touch those heels, reach away, find the ankle. Stay at that ankle if that's for you, or like in Lauren's warm-up, let's lift the knee up a little bit more and practice the passe or the knee balance here today, at least first on that straight leg. The hips are level, that turned out leg is active on the floor, and then with control, return, shake and wiggle, and switch. Other side. So giving and taking, going all the time, going through that ankle position. So pull up to the ankle and a sharp straightening of the knee, return the heel, point out front, knee goes side, back to tall. Back to the ankle and out to the side with a straight leg. Touch the heels, reach away, pull back to the ankle, down. It's the back of the ankle and a stretch, heel forward, toes back, back to the ankle, stand tall. And it's the ankle out to the side, touch heels, reach side, find the ankle, and let's climb. The toes point down, the knee faces forward, and we're just transitioning weight onto the forefoot. So we might be able to find that releve rise. We'll hold for just a second longer, return the leg with control, shake and wiggle.
Set number 3 here. We're back to starting with that dominant arm if you were with me and switching. 5-ish reps. No matter what, your last rep is still as good as your first. Here we go. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Whew. Great. Shake it out. Lots of tension there needed.
Yep. Full body tension and full body shake out.
Same thing, second side. Inhale to brace, and 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5.
Nice.
Good. Park. 3 down. 2 to go.
Awesome. Which means you have just a couple more sets on the bar as well, which means it could be time to integrate some of those leg hold balances. We're in our first position, and let's just climb up to the ankle. Hold it there and keep a leg nice and straight out the front and hold. 3, 2, 1, and then return to the knee. Return to the ankle and then climb to the knee. Now in that knee position, let's allow that front leg to stay bent as you just practice that attitude position out front, with or without that hand on the bar. Return to the knee and just return that leg back down, standing tall and first. Let's repeat that same action to the back. So find the low ankle position and straighten out the back. And ensure that leg is safe and straight and fully extended at the knee from the bum cheek and the hamstrings. And then it's back to the standing leg. We'll climb the knee, keep the knee bent in line with that belly button, and breathe and hold. Then return to the knee to the side and finish nice and tall. Out to the side, straight legs for both positions. Pull up to the ankle and just hold it low and straighten the leg. Test yourself without the balance. Could you again just put a little bit of air underneath that standing leg as to rise? Find the knee by climbing to it, and then nice extension on it as well. The hip is low, the leg is reaching high, energy shooting out of those toes. Then find the passe, and if we're able, can we find that releve or balance hold and breathe. Return with control. What you do on one side, Lauren, we might not do on the other, but taking your time, working on those balances to improve your stability and strength in all of those positions. It's the same thing to the side. All good?
Yes.
Okay, good.
To the front first.
To the front. So we climbed up the leg to the ankle and held a nice straight leg out front. It's out front, continue pulling it into the hip socket. Then return it to the knee. Climb to the knee.
Climb to the knee.
That's your ankle, that's your knee.
Come on,
and
man.
then we have a soft knee here with pointed toes. And we're not sitting in the hip, but we're definitely supported by the glutes on both sides. Return to the knee and return to the floor. It's the same effort out the back where we'll find our ankle first. And this time it's that fully extended knee. And again, test yourself without that balance aid. Return to the ankle, check. Climb to the knee, check, check. And that attitude or bent leg hold out the back. We're still maintaining that turned out hip, holding for time, and then return to the knee and return then to the floor. And now straight legs at both levels out to the side. So pull up to the ankle, a straight leg out to the side. I do feel myself heavy on the heels, so I'm just gonna press my hips forward to transfer weight to the front, return to the ankle, climb to the knee, and one more time, same thing. Hold. Breathe, ribs over hips, then find the knee position, and as we're allowed, can we find again that releve or balance hold on those balls of feet, and hold, and breathe, and challenge, and return to the ground, nice and slow. My breath is labored, those presses are a lot, so we're going nice and slow in between sets, so we can stay strong for our
fourth set. We're back to that non-dominant hand starting. 5 reps. 10 reps total left on each side. Let's pump it. Hip hinge. Inhale. Hup. 1. Hup. 2. 3. Hup. 4. Hup. 5. Whew. I always like finishing that set because then it means you only have 5 left. But we shouldn't celebrate yet. We have the second arm to do. So shake it out. Stay focused. Second side for 5. Inhale to prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, nice. Hold. Yeah. Should feel strong, like you maybe could do one more, but you're happy it's the number 5.
I'm happy. I'm
feeling
happy.
pumped.
And I'm looking at Muscle Man on the wall, thinking of all the muscles required, and the Muscle Woman right here, making sure that we do it together. Oh, get your flex on there. Nice. Until then, let's go back to the bar. And bringing things quite literally full circle, working on Lauren's knee circles out to the side. So we're in our first position and pull up to the ankle and higher to that knee passe. Draw a straight line out from the knee to the side, and then an inside circle back to the knee, and then a straight leg out on the knee line. Repeat again as we pull in, and then again as we go out. And for 2 repetitions, let's switch. So bring it into the knee, and then a knee circle out to the side, with or without the balance aid. It's the final one out to the side. Then let's find that passe position. And for those who can, let's find our releve, and then adding a front leg attitude and holding to the passe position, and then our attitude position out the back with a straight leg and just the slightest touch on the bar. Great job, Lauren. I see that the peripheral vision. Control better than me. Yeah, finish like Lauren as we do. And then shake, wiggle. Same thing on the other side. Now don't do that on the other side. I don't like telling Lauren what to do all the time, but sometimes as you nurse this calf injury, you just got to stay a little
okay.
humble,
It's not really letting me, so
reserved.
that's okay.
Pardon me?
It won't let me, so it's okay.
Perfect. Kind of perfect. Not perfect, but kind of perfect. Okay, so pull up to the ankle and then up to the knee. We're drawing a straight line out from the knee, and then an inside circle back to the knee, and then out to the front. Again, out to the side, and then one more time. I might have got that wrong. So with a straight leg, bring it into the knee, and then outwards, and then back to the knee, and then out again. Find the passe, find that balance position, and can we hold an attitude position in front? And the squeezier I get my bum cheek, the more stable I do feel. Back to the knee, and then back to that attitude position, out the back. Return to the passe, and then back to the ground with control. Shake, wiggle, anticipating this last set.
The final set now. Set number 5, everyone. We have kept track to this far. We have worked for 7 weeks for this. So let's continue. Last set, 5 reps. Make it a good rep to finish this semester. Here we go. Hip hinge. Inhale to brace. And 1, 2, 3, 4. One more.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a bit of a grind, but we made it. Oh, take a second. Now, if you do the math on this, 5 times 5 is 25 presses per side, which is 50 presses here. That is a lot of pressing. Don't discount those reps. Second side, last set, everyone. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Nice.
50 presses, 7 weeks of work. And it feels great.
Awesome. Ooh. Clearing some space, finishing with our drills in center here. And Lauren might be just along for the watch party here as we finish with a nice weight transfer like usual. We'll open up to that nice wide second position. And right away, let's pull ourselves over that one leg bends and the other is straight. Are those hips level? Find that nice level position for those hips, and then lift a leg and hold. Then grab the floor, toe ball heel. Feel the pull across, then repeat on the other side. Make sure that leg that's off the floor is turned out, toes pointed. Grab the floor, feel the pull, and then the push and lift. And this time, we'll stretch the standing leg and hold. Now blend that standing leg and pull. And the same thing then on the other side. A lift with a turnout, a stretch, and just that little bit of a lean towards that lifted leg side. Final move is our bent leg, and we'll pull ourselves across and stretch both legs. And then perhaps find that balance and hold. Straight leg lands. We blend in that knee bend, pull ourselves across, and it's one more repetition as we stretch, finding the demi or that releve hold, turned out on the leg out to the side, down with a flat foot, a knee bend, a pull, hang out in that nice strong second position, maybe wiggle those hips, find a nice position that's level, and then push those hips through. Finish tall, legs together, and thank you very much. And thank you very much for being here for 7 episodes in the year 2024. We will be taking next week off, enjoying some of the rest. And then if we were able to do that 5x5, and if you were able to do the 5x5, perhaps the next time we get together for the bar class, invest in a slightly heavier weight. I'm looking forward to using the 32 kilogram and Lauren, the 20 kilogram weight. Right on.
Wow. Well, we will start building those reps in 1 week from now. And in that time next week, we will be resting and recovering.
That's right.
We encourage you to do the same or do a light workout. Always keep moving, but always take time to rest and recover. Until next time, we will be with you this Saturday.
Maybe.
Hopefully, as CAF has limited my body weight experience, but we're going to try to do one more Saturday this week. And then it all starts fresh again in a week following. Check out our website, check out our Patreon, like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.
Stay strong.
And let's train soon.
Have a lovely day.
Goodbye.
Bye.
6 people.